அனைவருக்கும் வணக்கம், எல்லாருக்கும் நமஸ்காரம் and good afternoon to everyone. பாரம்பரியமும் பெருமையும் கொண்ட மலையாள மனோரமா பத்திரிகை நடத்துகின்ற இந்த சிறப்புக்குரிய கலை இலக்கிய திருவிழாவில் பங்கேற்று பேசுவதில் நான் மிகுந்த பெருமை அடைகின்றேன், மகிழ்ச்சி அடைகின்றேன். I'm happy to speak at this prestigious art and literature festival organized by the Malayalam Manorama, one of India's oldest newspaper serving the nation since 1890s. Even though I'm outside Tamil Nadu now, I don't feel like being away from home. Looking at all of you, I feel like being at a place that is as close as and welcoming as my own home. அந்த அளவிற்கு ஒரு அன்பையும் வரவேற்பையும் கேரள மண்ணில் நீங்கள் இன்று எனக்கு அளித்திருக்கின்றீர்கள். As there are too many sessions and several distinguished speakers have to address you, I want to make my speech as short as possible. I feel honored to speak on the topic literary and linguistic ethos in Dravidian politics, as it is a subject at the heart of Tamil Nadu's identity and history. The Dravidian political movement in Tamil Nadu, known for its strong linguistic and cultural pride, has held long the literature and language as its foundation pillars. This fusion of literary, linguistic and political ethos created a powerful identity that profoundly shaped Tamil Nadu's social and political landscape. The cultural, political and linguistic ties between Tamil Nadu and Kerala go back a long way. When it comes to literature, language and politics, both states have a lot in common. தந்தை பெரியார் அவர்கள் இதே கேரளாவில் 1924 நடைபெற்ற வைக்கம் போராட்டத்தை முன்னின்று நடத்தி வெற்றி பெற்றார்கள். அதேபோல் கேரளாவில் பிறந்த திரு TM நாயர் அவர்கள் தான் தமிழ்நாட்டில் நீதி கட்சியின் தொடக்க புள்ளியாக இருந்த தென்னிந்திய நல உரிமை சங்கத்தை ஆரம்பித்தாங்க. அது தமிழ்நாட்டில் புதிய அரசியல் எழுச்சியை ஏற்படுத்தியது. தமிழ்நாடு and Kerala governments conducted multiple events to commemorate and honor the centenary year of the Vaikom protest. Tamil Nadu and Kerala are two of the most progressive states in India. Both have successfully kept fascist and communal forces at bay. Why do the people of Tamil Nadu and Kerala stand so strongly against fascism? It's because of the progressive politics firmly established here. தமிழ்நாட்டில் திராவிட இயக்கம் தோன்றுவதற்கு முன்பு இலக்கியம் என்று சொல்லப்பட்டவை எல்லாம் வெறும் பக்தி இலக்கியங்களும் புராணங்கள் மட்டும்தான். Our leaders invoked Tamil literature to propagate rationalism and promote scientific temper. Leaders like Anna and Kalaignar popularized Tamil literature that was rooted in human life and popular culture, like Tirukkural, Silappadigaram, Purananuru and Dolgapiyam among the people. To understand that ethos, we have to travel back to the early 20th century. The self-respect movement, the forerunner of the Dravidian movement, rose to resist what it saw as cultural and linguistic domination. The Dravidian movement placed Tamil as the core of its identity. Tamil wasn't seen merely as a medium of communication, but as a voice of a community seeking recognition, dignity, and independence from the Hindi imposition. The push to make Hindi the official language during the 1930s and later in the 1960s stimulated the Dravidian movement, as it was perceived as an existential threat to Tamil culture and linguistic identity. The Dravidian movement recognized the potential of literature to serve as both a cultural force and a vehicle of social change. Certainly, Periyar's writings, manifestos, and editorials condemned caste-based oppression, male-dominant practices, rigid social structures. He voiced for the self-respect for everybody. Our leaders harnessed literature as a tool to connect with the masses. Periyar and Anna and Dr. Kalaignar's speeches, infused with literary references, poetry, and wit, made the political philosophy of the Dravidian movement easily understandable to all the masses. Our leaders' work echoed the Dravidian movement's core values of equality, rationalism, and anti-religious beliefs. The impact of this literary and linguistic ethos on social endures today and reflects in Tamil Nadu's language policies, cultural festivals, and educational curricula that preserve the unique Tamil identity. Even today, the pride in Tamil language and literature fuels policies and discussions about the state autonomy and cultural excellence. Earlier, Tamil Nadu's stand of linguistic insubordination had been seen as a divisive by the nationalists of that era. They thought our opposition to the Hindi imposition would eventually lead to the nation's disunity. However, after many decades, history has proved otherwise, that so-called nationals who still want to impose Hindi on all the Hindi, non-Hindi speaking states are indeed divisive and a threat to the national unity. So I'm standing in front of you with a sense of pride that struggles carried out by the Dravidian movement in Tamil Nadu have in fact saved most of the Indian state languages from falling prey to the Hindi imposition. இன்றைக்கு இந்தியாவில் மாநில மொழிகள் உயிரோடு இருக்கிறது என்று சொன்னால் அதற்கு மிகப்பெரிய காரணம் நாங்கள் சார்ந்திருக்கக்கூடிய திராவிட இயக்கம் என்று சொல்லிக் கொள்வதில் நாங்கள் மிகுந்த பெருமை கொள்கின்றோம். The Dravidian movement also attempted to rationalize the Tamil language itself. Our leader, Periyar, questioned the gender-biased words in Tamil languages such as vidavai, which means a widow, and also the word bachari, which means prostitute. And Periyar asked what equivalent words were there to refer to a man who loses his wife and the one who visits a prostitute. Surprisingly, Periyar raised these issues when feminism has not even caught the imagination of the European societies. The Dravidian politics questioned all the pre-existing interpretations over Tamil literature and it introduced fresh and progressive meanings. This is the main reason Tamil has become a political weapon of the Dravidian movement, with which it was able to rally large numbers of people, particularly the working class. As Dravidian leaders expanded the reach, Tamil cinema became an influential platform to amplify the Dravidian ideology. Before 1950s, Tamil cinema was heavily Sanskritized and released with anti-scientific themes. That era's cinematic language was accessible mainly to the upper caste and the affluent audiences. Downtrodden people watched cinema, but they hardly understood anything. It was the advent of the Dravidian movement that changed the situation. However, later, after the 1950s, cinema emerged as a dominant medium for political messaging, with movies delivering socially conscious narratives and dialogues that resonated with the masses. Dialogue writing became an art form through which the political ideals could be seamlessly woven into entertainment, achieving unprecedented reach among both the urban and the rural audiences. Peraringer Anna's movie, Velaikari, which means the servant maid, a drama that laid bare the injustice of caste and class, resonated with audiences and showcased Tamil literature's potential for societal transformation. Dr. Kalaignar's famous movie, The Parasakti, reshaped the screen language of Tamil cinema world. Dr. Kalaignar infused his screenplays with messages that challenged caste hierarchies, advocated for rationalism, and questioned traditional authority. His use of culturally resonant dialogues made the Dravidian ideology relatable and impactful, paving the way for political aspirations through the emotional power of cinema. Before entering politics, as you all know, I had a small stint in the Tamil film industry. The Tamil film industry is doing business in billions now. Similarly, we have a very thriving film industry in Kerala. In fact, I like most of the Malayalam films being made in the recent times. Likewise, Telugu and Kannada film industries are also performing very well. But think for a moment, does any other language in any North Indian state have spawned a vibrant film industry like in South India? The answer is a very big no. Almost all the languages spoken in the North Indian states have given way to Hindi. As a result, they have only Hindi films, that is Bollywood. Mumbai is extensively producing only Hindi films now, not Marathi films, not Bhojpuri, not Bihari, Haryanvi, and Gujarati films industries. They receive far less attention compared to Bollywood and Hindi films. Sadly, many other states in North India do not even have their own film industry. If we fail to protect our language, then Hindi will take over our culture and erode our identities. அதனால்தான் திராவிட இயக்கம் ஹிந்தி திணிப்பை எதிர்த்ததே தவிர தனிப்பட்ட முறையில் ஹிந்தி என்கின்ற அந்த மொழி மீது எங்களுக்கு எந்த வெறுப்பும் கிடையாது. Let me present you with a situation in colonial Tamil Nadu a century ago. In the cultural domain, those who spoke Sanskrit were held in high regard in the society. Sanskrit denied equality, honor, and progress to the Tamil masses, especially to the lower caste, women, and the working class people. முன்னொரு காலத்தில் தமிழ்நாட்டில் கலாச்சார விஷயங்களில் சமஸ்கிருதம் பேசுபவர்கள் தான் அதிக மரியாதை தரப்பட்டது. If someone wanted to become a doctor back then, they had to pass entrance exam in Sanskrit. Is there any connection between a medical exam and the language Sanskrit? A huge no. Just like NEET today prevents students from the rural, backward and marginalized backgrounds, Sanskrit was once used as a barrier to keep many from studying medicine. It was the Justice Party that eventually removed this mandatory Sanskrit requirement for the medical admissions. In the 1920s, a Sanskrit professor at a Madras University received a monthly salary of rupees 200, while a professor in a Tamil department earned a salary of rupees 70 per month. I think you people might very well know which community would have benefited out of Sanskrit. A significant aspect of the Dravidian movement was its emphasis on the linguistic purity, or it's called a Tani Tamil Iyakam, a pure Tamil movement, which aimed to eliminate Sanskrit influences from Tamil. By consciously developing vocabulary that avoided Sanskrit roots, Dravidian leaders and intellectuals promoted a form of Tamil that reinforced Tamil Nadu's cultural autonomy. Thandai Periyar launched a vehement propaganda against the Sanskrit supremacy, which was forced upon the Tamil people in their ritual and cultural activities. However, at the same time, Thiru C. Rajagopalachari's government decided to introduce compulsory Hindi in the schools in the 1937. Periyar predicted that they were imposing Hindi first with the aim to bring in Sanskrit subsequently. Hence, Periyar announced agitation against the move to introduce Hindi in the schools. This protest started in 1937 and continued till 1940s. This protest succeeded in preventing Hindi imposition. This is famously called the first Tamil language struggle. தமிழ்நாட்டில் ஹிந்தி திணிப்புக்கு எதிராக 100க்கும் அதிகமானவர்கள் தங்களுடைய இன்னுயிரை நீத்தார்கள். அவருடைய தியாகத்தை போற்றும் வகையில் ஒவ்வொரு ஆண்டும் ஜனவரி 26ஆம் தேதி திராவிட முன்னேற்ற கழகத்தின் சார்பாக மொழிப்போர் தியாகிகள் தினம் பொதுக்கூட்டங்கள் ஒவ்வொரு ஆண்டும் நடத்தப்பட்டு வருகின்றன. மொழிப்போர் தியாகிகள் நினைவாக மணிமண்டங்கள் கழக அரசு கட்டியுள்ளது. அதுபோல் அவருடைய குடும்பத்தாருக்கு ஓய்வூதியம் வழங்கப்பட்டு வருகின்றது. தமிழ்நாட்டுடைய முக்கிய சாலைகள் மேம்பாலங்களுக்கு மொழிப்போர் தியாகிகளுடைய பெயரை முத்தமிழர் கலைஞர் அவர்கள் சூட்டியுள்ளார்கள். Even last month, Doordarshan's Tamil Nadu division, DD Tamil, hosted a Hindi month celebration. Our Tamil Nadu governor, Thiru R.N. Ravi, also participated in it. Our party, DMK's student wing, held an agitation before the DD Tamil office in Chennai. Our Dravidian model government's Honorable Chief Minister, Thiru Muthuvel Karunanidhi Stalin, came down heavily on the governor because the governor had the history of evading Dravidian ideologies. The DMK continued to champion the Tamil pride in the face of policies seen as a threat to the Tamil identity, such as the new education policy and initiatives for centralized education standards. These policies, such as the NEET, undermines Tamil Nadu's autonomy, leading Dravidian parties to reinforce the commitment to Tamil pride as both a cultural and political stance. The modern Dravidian ethos continues to invoke figures like Thiruvallur, the legendary Tamil poet, as symbols of the regional pride and cultural depth. However, the fascists steal our poets also by coloring them with saffron. The Dravidian ethos is also reflected in Tamil Nadu's language policies in educating and public life, maintaining a strong focus on Tamil as the state's principal language. All the political parties in Tamil Nadu, except the BJP, need to emphasize the two-language formula introduced by the DMK in order to survive in the Tamil Nadu political landscape. You may remember the Tamil Nadu Governor R.N. Ravi refusing to read the word Tamil Nadu in the State Assembly, and instead he used the word Tamilagam. However, our Honorable Chief Minister, he boldly passed a resolution inside the Assembly, rejecting what was read by the Governor and accepting what was originally written in the speech prepared by the Tamil Nadu government. This sentiment, this emotional bond with our language, literary works, will continue forever. The states of Kerala and Tamil Nadu have a deep love towards our culture. We both of us face a threat from the BJP, which is trying to impose its vision of one nation, one election, one culture, one language, one food, one dress code, and one religion on us and all other Indian states. Let us join hands and stand together to protect our languages, our cultures, and our literature from all the states in India, especially from the fascist force of the BJP. And I want to tell you that I still have the brick safely with me, And whenever the union government is allotting the fund, I'm ready to give it to the government. And in conclusion, I'm proud to say that I come from this Dravidian legacy. I represent the idea of Dravidian life, and I will do it till the end of my life, whether we are in the power or not. Thank you for this opportunity. Nandri, Vanakkam.